PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Here's what's crazy about it. You see how divided the country is because, and how just crazy like racism is because, all right, a white dude got shot by another white dude in the whitest state of all time. Like Utah is where they make white people and like ship them out to the rest of the country. You know what I mean? Like that's Utah white. And then with all this whiteness going on, all of a sudden there's bomb threats to HBCUs. Like what the fuck did they do? Like, why are you we minding our black business and you want to blow us up? We didn't do shit. Like when I saw that, it reminded me of 50 Cent. Like, what you say fuck me for?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
What we do? Like, why are you bothering us? We had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And then it reminded me. I don't know if y'all seen that video online where like the dude got cut off in traffic and he pulled up next to the car and he started cussing out the dude in the back seat. Have y'all seen that video?
What the fuck was that about, huh? What's up, you fat pig? What? You don't see where you're fucking going?
I wasn't even driving.
Don't shut the fuck up, you fucking piece of bacon!
Why did I get picked up?
And we the fat people in the back. That's who black people are. We like, we didn't bother nobody. Why you coming for us, man? Like, all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be racist, at least make it make sense. Like, at least, like, cause some racism I understand. I'll be honest with you. I understand some racism. I understand, like, during sports, I get why white people hate black people. I get how racism happens, you know what I mean? Or, like, if you think about school integration, I understand why they were racist. I get it. Imagine school's been separate the whole time, and then you blend it, and it's like, I guess this is what we doing now, right? And then that first day of PE, that's where the racism was. The first day of PE. Imagine you was playing basketball your whole life, Bob Cousy style, just chilling. You go to PE and there's a bunch of black dudes like, can we play? And they're like, all right, first play of the game, bow! You know what I mean? Like, balls on your head. You didn't sign up for that. You just left geometry class and now you got balls on your head. You didn't sign that. And then to add insult to injury, now you got to hit the showers. You know what I mean? You're like, God damn, they're athletic. And then Jerome walk in there like, no, I got that. You're like, oh my God. They're going to put that in our women? Like, I get how you become racist. I get it. That kind of racism makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Big black dick just day after day. And then one night on a full moon, they just turn into a werewolf and they're like, ah, nigga! Like, I get it.
Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Hey, from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, Push Gap Radio.
Ooh, girl, you can't hear how Dallas, Fort Worth works. This is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Goes a little something like that.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on Push Gap Radio. Giving you true scoops. PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.
Welcome to another stop on the internet where we give it to you straight, no chaser. Let's get right to it. Charlie Kirk was gunned down in Utah. Y'all attacking the wrong motherfuckers. We didn't have shit to do with that. That was a white shooter shooting a white man. So y'all need to go and figure it out amongst yourselves. But y'all falling for the okie doke. They trying to kick off a race war. Duh. Don't fall for the shit. Niggas didn't have shit to do with Charlie Kirk's death. We don't have a whole lot of shit to do with a whole lot of shit other than killing each other. All the white people that are shutting down the HBCU schools cause we didn't have shit to do with the sniping and shooting of Charlie Kirk. That's just retarded. You hated niggas from the jump street. You just needed a reason. And I don't even know why you gonna blame us for his death. Huh? The fuck? Y'all need to go and find somebody white and take it out. This is white on white crime. See, when niggas shoot another nigga, we go hunt niggas. We don't go hunt somebody white. Cause y'all don't even live in our neighborhood. So nigga, I got shot by a nigga, I'm gonna hunt a nigga. Y'all got shot by somebody white, y'all need to go out in the woods, a couple of the trailer parks and hunt him down. And leave us up out of y'all shit. HBCUs, those are quality young black children who are trying to get a fucking education to add to the fabric of this motherfucking country called America. But y'all just want to shut them down. Why? Because they getting an education? Are you too dumb to get an education? So I'm gonna just go shoot a motherfucker for being smart. Y'all need to go and figure y'all shit out and leave us the fuck up out of it. We'll be right back after this.
PushGapRadios.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome back to another edition of Shaka 401 in the main event on PushGapRadios.com. Everything man wants to know is in a book. Anything you want to keep away from black folk, put it in a book. Therefore, the most dangerous thing in America is a black man with a library card. I ain't gonna even hold you. You see the gear, baby. You see the gear. I know it's Saturday night. But yeah, you see the gear. Bear down. Don't think we're gonna win. Dallas Cowboys go to Chicago Sunday. Play my Bears. And yeah, we're going to get mobbed, man. Our quarterback trying to find the perfect fingernail polish. What in all the hell, man? How we going to get to a Super Bowl? This nigga trying to find fingernail polish. I don't understand this young generation, man. The Walter Paytons, the Willie Gaults, man. Come on, Jim McMahon. We just hit a Super Bowl shuffle. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys go up to the city, mine, to go against my Bears. 3:30 game. My brother and I, in memory of my boy Parrish Harris, I will put P right here. In memory of my boy P, me and him used to always go to the games when they came to Dallas, or we would go to a bar or whatever when Dallas went up to Chicago. So, yeah, memory of my boy. We're going to the Chicago Bears fan club. The Wingnut is what it's called, in Richardson, Texas. It's at 75 North in Campbell. As soon as you go to the George Bush, exit Campbell, and it's to your right when you get to the light. But yeah, that's for those of you who live in North Texas now. I know most of you have no idea what the hell I'm saying, but I ain't gonna even hold you mine. Bear down, okay? Bears fan for life. When I first saw Gale Sayers break one, my old man told me, keep your eye on the ball. But yeah, man, we probably gonna get mopped. This nigga trying to check his nails, fam. Now, I did like the backup guy, but you know, it's another stereo. So go down, bear down, bear down, bear down. And yeah, I'll get back with y'all next week to hear what you got to say. If you're a Bears fan, put down in the comments, mine. I'll never turn my back on the greatness that is Walter Payton. Okay? So it is what it is. I got a picture of Payton, but it's back over behind that thing. Don't want to get up and leave. But yeah, go Bears. Go Bears. So all I can do is cross my fingers. But yeah, Eddie Griffin, man, breaking it down on the goings-ons. Charlie Kirk is on a shirt. Okay? Funny when it was happening to us, huh? Don't think the man should be killed for his beliefs, but then so were my leaders for their beliefs. But we'll get into that later in the program. But yeah, Eddie Griffin was breaking it down. Keon Poley was the comedian you heard up front about Charlie Kirk. And yeah, we're going to break the Charlie Kirk situation down later in the program. In the event your ass don't know, it's 96 days till Christmas, Playboy. Christmas Day is my birthday. I can't wait. That Capricorn energy already building up. That's what the thing say to go. You understand me? Capricorn, baby. Yeah, that's what that is. If you live in Dallas, Fort Worth in North Texas, the State Fair of Texas starts September 26th through October 19th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. State Fair used to be cool. I used to go to the State Fair when I first moved down here. You know, I'd never been to a fair. But then after a while, you know, they get you with them tickets. You know what I'm saying? When you roll in there, you buy them damn tickets. Oh, that'll be 10 tickets. You're not thinking about the loot you dumping because it's a ticket. I caught on to that game, man. But when they leave the fair up here, people give you their tickets as they're leaving. So that's a gracious thing. So are you going to the State Fair of Texas? Big shout out to, what's his name? The big tall statue guy, whatever his name is. He welcomes you to the State Fair of Texas and hopes you have a great time. But yeah, my Bears, Sunday 3:30 game. I'm going to holler back at y'all on Monday. So put down in the comments who you think going to win. The little cowpokes or them Bears, mine. All right, we finna roll in to see who shares your birthday. All right, Virgo season, we're going to break that down. So happy birthdays for today, September 20th. Debbie Morgan, who played Angie from All My Children, she turned 74. I got into her when I got out of the military in 83. She had just hooked up with Jesse. I love Debbie Morgan. Facebook friends I'd like to shout out to. Samuel Shackleford from Chattanooga, Tennessee, turned 70 today, September 20th. Angela Shackleford Gordon from Montgomery, Alabama, turns 55. And William M. Shackleford will be 71 years old. September 21st, Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton Banks, baby, from The Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying? He turns 54. TV judge Faith Jenkins will be 48. September 22nd, Michael Rainey Jr. played Tyreek on 50 Cent's hit show, Power. He turns 35. And September 23rd, from the black female stars who don't know that they're no longer famous, is Lisa Ray McCoy. She turns 58. Full disclosure, I picked her up in Dallas for a party one night, her and a friend of mine. My friend had set it up, and yeah, drove her to some clubs and whatnot. Yeah, crappy attitude, shitty tipper. But yeah, Lisa Ray McCoy turns 58. September 23rd, the genius of Ray Charles. Ray Charles was born September 23rd, 1930. Died June 10th of 2004. He would have been 95 years old. Last but not least, September 23rd, Atlanta So Def owner Jermaine Dupri. Now, you wondering what I was saying? You're probably wondering what I was saying about those chicks who don't know that they're not famous anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I found this dang on video. I thought it was so funny because Lisa Ray, when I had her, she had that thing about her like that. You know what I'm saying? That, oops, I'm it, and wooda wooda. I won't explain. I'll show you the video. Check it out.
Black female stars who never realized they're no longer famous. Number 4, Stacey Dash. Once iconic in Clueless, Stacey Dash tried to stay in the spotlight with controversial political commentary. She joined Fox News, but got fired. Even today, she posts like she's still a household name. Spoiler, most Gen Z barely know her. Number 3, Carrie Hilson. She had a few major hits in the late 2000s, but after shading Beyonce, her career took a dive. Carrie still releases music occasionally, but it barely charts. Despite that, she continues acting like an R&B queen. Number 2, Lisa Ray McCoy. Known for The Players Club and Single Ladies, Lisa Ray's fame peaked in the early 2000s. She's since become better known for viral interviews and heated talk show rants than actual work, but she still expects A-list respect. Number 1, Lil' Kim. A legend in the late 90s, yes, but her attempts at comebacks often fall flat. She still calls herself the Queen Bee, but today's rap game has clearly moved on.
So yeah, that's what that is, man. Lisa Ray be killing me. You know, you think you bigger than you are, man. That's what get most folk twisted up in the game. You think you bigger than the game. Sorry, it's not like that. But yeah, you got to realize when your time is up, you know, don't let them have to run you out the door. When it's over, it's over. And that is what that is. Jimmy Kimmel's future hangs in the balance after ABC suspended his late night show over his Charlie Kirk comments. A lot of advertisers was upset over there. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? But they said that he made several remarks on his show Monday and Tuesday about the reaction to the conservative activist killings on last week, suggesting many Trump supporters are trying to capitalize on Kirk's death. A lot of craziness been going on, trying to make this guy a martyr, man. Okay, but yeah, Jimmy Kimmel got kicked to the curb. Said Trump done it to him. You understand? Trump was clowning him. Yeah, he was trying to say that that Jimmy Kimmel was making an intentional effort to mislead the public, and that the man accused in the fatal shooting was a right-wing Trump supporter, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. So he grew up in a conservative household in southern Utah. He was enmeshed in leftist ideology. Yeah, Kimmel say Donald Trump said that Kimmel had bad ratings and should have been fired a long time ago. So you could call that a free speech or not. Trump say the boy was fired for lack of talent. Okay. You know how Trump do. Trump will go in. Trump on the revenge too. I don't know how you folk don't understand that. I'd be trying to stick you till you bleed too if you came and got me. But yeah, Trump said Kimmel should have been gone. You know, Trump's over there on Air Force One, hanging out in Britain, man. Schmoozing with the king and queen. Must be nice. But yeah. Also, you had a lot of black pastors across America delivering a blistering rebuke against efforts to try to sanitize Charlie Kirk's record, man, after his death. You know how they do, man. Death don't clear everything, fam. Not all the time, you know what I'm saying? Some people say that. I used to say, well, you know, they're dead now, so what about the pain you left behind? But anyway, black pastors have been going off. Now, the one that was really clowning was Pastor Howard John Wesley, mine. Went in on Charlie Kirk on a shirt. Okay? And the good pastor said something that was very deep to me. And said the man was not deserving of praise. And said that Kirk's death does not redeem his hateful legacy. Here's Pastor Howard John Wesley pimping. Check him out.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half staff calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who are mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
So yeah, old Charlie mine. How you die does not redeem how you live. One of the best statements I ever heard, particularly regarding Kirk's ass. Saw the flags were at half-mast. Don't know if it was going down in your city. But you don't even do that for our own soldiers. And this guy, you just rolled out the red carpet. It's former Army. I'm offended that they'd even get a man such an honor like that. That's not reserved for you. Might as well give him a damn Purple Heart. They say now even some atheists have said that they appreciate the message that the good Pastor Wesley was kicking down. Some people said the good pastor should have done his research. Charlie Kirk has always been on that bullshit line. Never talk about your people, but everybody else is the problem, you know. You talk about we 13% of the population and 50% of the inmates. Come on now. According to FBI statistics, very few black people been running around kidnapping folk. The man with them folk mind. Them pointy hat people. You know who they is. Bed, Bath, and Beyond, nigga. But you don't believe Charlie Kirk was him? Check out nephew Charlie, mine, in his own words.
Black Americans, about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders, they commit more arsons, they commit more kidnappings. For example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Okay. Let's talk about it. These are obviously racist claims, but I will respond to them as if Charlie Kirk were a reasonable person.
Black Americans, about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Wrong. Just 38% of America's prison population is black. That's according to the U.S. government. But it makes you wonder why Charlie feels the need to add an additional 12% to the black prison population. Could it be because his bigoted talking points only work if he exaggerates them? If Charlie were actually looking for the race that makes up half the prison population in the U.S., he'd look no further than white people at 57%.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Wrong. The word so is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
Exactly. So blacks commit more crimes.
He's saying so, as in therefore, as in one could conclude, but Charlie knows he's lying. Even if he hadn't just lied about the black prison population, Charlie is smart enough to know that correlation does not equal causation, but he's hoping that you don't know that. So he deploys the word so to make you think he's coming to an obvious conclusion.
Exactly. So blacks
Instead, he's making an illogical racist leap. Charlie knows that we don't have usable data about who commits crimes. It's impossible to have that data since so many crimes go both unreported and or unsolved. Charlie knows that we only have data about arrests and convictions. I'll come back to that data in a moment. What's painfully obvious is that Charlie Kirk isn't interested in understanding the statistics he so carelessly misquotes. He's interested in making bad faith arguments. Something that becomes even more obvious in his next point.
Blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
Wrong again, and loud this time. If Charlie were interested in honesty, he would have mentioned the other 1350 statistic. Yes, black people are about 13% of the population, but make up 53% of all criminal exonerations. In fact, black people make up 55% of all murder exonerations specifically. Black people are more likely than any other group in this country to be convicted of crimes they did not commit. And then people like you have the nerve to parade these stats around as though they prove something. The reality is that you probably know these stats, but you leave them out on purpose. Because to bring that stat into this conversation would make some people think. And that's the last thing a person like you wants.
Yeah. Flags and half masks. And Charlie Kirk didn't even like football. He didn't like the NFL. One of the teams he hated was Dallas, Texas. Go Bears. Okay. Yeah, one of the teams he hated was the Cowboys. So Charlie Kirk loathed the Tennessee Titans, the New York Jets, and all these people having memorials for him. See how stupid that is? The man stood here and told you he didn't give a damn about you. Now you got flags, half mast. You got folks standing up, their hands over their heart. He didn't deserve it. He just didn't. All kind of tributes and whatnot, man, you know, before all the games on last weekend. Don't know what's going to happen this weekend. Go Bears. Okay. But yeah, it's just showing the glaring hypocrisy, man. It's just sad. Okay. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, baby. But yeah, black leaders and activists in our culture been mowed down in front of their family. Nobody said a word. It's real funny how you don't care until it happens to you. It's not your problem till it happens to you. Now you rolling around here like this man discovered a new planet or something. Man told you how he felt. Look at our people who done been laid down. Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Dr. King, Fred Hampton. All assassinated for fighting for equality. They paid with their lives. You shouldn't have to die because of your opinion. You really shouldn't. But in our community, America kills its prophets. The black ones. Unalives, I'm sorry. And that's what that is, man. What do you think about Charlie Kirk on a shirt? I'm apathetic about it. I really don't care. No one cares about my deal. My Capricorn goat nature. You don't care about me, nigga. I don't care about you either. Don't swing both ways. I don't care. You say if you got on a plane and the pilot was black, nigga, you'd have to make sure the man was qualified. Said black women didn't possess the mentality to hold down jobs and whatnot. And these chicks in these churches running around here, oh, Charlie Kirk, he hated you. I don't understand you people. I didn't grow up like that. My old man taught me that. You don't like somebody, nigga, you don't mess with them. Your car break down on the side of the road and they driving by. Just walk on by, nigga. Yeah. People don't care about it. But hey, you know, hopefully things get better. But yeah, put down in the comments what you think about old Charlie. You think that he should have been free to express himself? I do. I do. The dang on First Amendment is getting flushed down the toilet, but it's always been flushed down the toilet for us. But put down in the comments what you think, and I'm going to holler back at you on Monday. I'll read your comments on next week's show. If you want a birthday shout out, don't forget to hit us up at pushgaptv1@gmail. Whoopi Goldberg acting like she ain't got it. I ain't got it. Loan me $20, nigga. I ain't got it. She got it. Okay. I don't know if y'all heard Whitney Goldberg say that she don't make enough money to retire. That's her role as a co-host on The View. Position she's held for 18 seasons. Doing an interview, Whoopi, who's an EGOT winner, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Very few people have that. I think it's like 5 or 6. But yeah, EGOT winner. Says she has an estimated net worth in the tens of millions. Say if you don't marry well, you got to keep working. She also told reporters, I got to keep paying them bills, baby. This ain't the first time she made remarks like that, though. Whoopi be trying to play like she everyday people. You know what I'm saying? You got it, Whoopi. You everyday people, you be doing something else with it, hanging with them folk. But yeah, so you got to marry well. Yeah, again, she's made similar remarks. Previously received criticism for saying she works for a living just like average Americans. Joey Behar, a other little co-host, agreed that she also won't be retiring anytime soon, but cited a different reason. Creative people just keep going, she said. They got it, man. You just don't want to stop working. You got to be looted up. You can't be that stupid to make that amount of money. Now, a lot of them don't make money because Monique said that when she was talking with Whoopi, when she had her tete-a-tete with Tyler Perry and Oprah, saying that Whoopi was telling her to take the loop. Said when she found out what Whoopi was making, she was shocked. Yeah. You know Whoopi ain't pulling in with Joy and them pulling in. But you still can't retire, you say. But she's not alone. Millions of Americans are realizing retirement ain't going to be what they thought it was going to be. Not our generation. I'm 64. But I got to wait till 67, you know. But I feel great. Go Bears. You know, but yeah. She's going to be 70 soon. Birthday's coming up. Say she has no plans to slow down. But she still got bills to pay. But think about her catalog of work, my. What about Color Purple? But even with those movies and whatnot, you got to be Denzel level, Meryl Streep level. You know what I'm saying? To be pulling that in. Whoopi ain't pulling that in. She's done some good movies. Ghost was decent. You remember Addie when she played the coach for the basketball team out of New York? Hey, that's Clyde. Who was it? He said, hey, that's so-and-so's jersey was burning in the rafters. Go check out Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg, mine. But yeah, folks say she capping. She got it. Here your girl, Kendra G, breaking it down for you. Appreciate you, Kendra, here at pushgapradios.com. Check it out.
Whoopi Goldberg. I think her name kind of gives her a bad rep because it's like Whoopi. Like, her mama really named her Whoopi? Was she whooping her ass or something? I'm going to change your name to Whoopi. Whoopi ass too much. You know what I'm saying? Whoopi says she can't retire.
Think about going out and enjoying this.
Yeah, but who can afford to do that? Who can afford to start? You know, if you don't marry well, you got to keep working.
Even afford to retire like the rest of us unless we get the fuck up out of the United States of America. It's a shame though that she's gotten to her age and all the movies she's done. I mean, her collection could probably fill a wall in here of how many movies she's been a part of and executive produced and everything. And the mere fact that she works a job every day, she's one of the lead commentators. I believe she's like second or third highest paid on that show every day, but yet she still doesn't make enough to retire. Whoopi, your ass can move to damn Mexico or South America somewhere, buy you a little house cash and damn retire. But you know what happens? I'm going to be honest with you. Unless you've done like manual labor your entire life, I understand wanting to retire, but doing something that she actually loves, I feel like when you retire and this is all you've ever done was be in the spotlight or done something that you've loved, it doesn't feel like work. I feel like some people feel like it's time to die when they retire, especially when they get old. Like, what am I going to do? Sit back and plant the garden all day, plant flowers all day? What am I going to do? What is there to do? So, I mean, I would have respected how she would have answered the question like that because I don't think she really wants to retire because it's like, what is she going to do? Go work at Walmart at the front door? That's what she should have discussed. But the fact that she's trying to make it seem like she out here hurting, she's not. She's still at her house in the fires. Moving on.
Now, some folks say they think Whoopi went broke before The View. But she has to maintain security insurance, pay her taxes, pay her publicist fees, her house and upkeep. Wants to maintain that lifestyle or improve it if possible, but doesn't everybody. It's about perspective. Got to live within your means. Not trying to be pocket watching, fam, but you think she's not living within her means? She live in New York now. Now, you got to give a little leeway for New York. Yeah, it costs to bite the apple, nigga. Okay, you don't just stroll up in there. It's a damn bathroom, and they want like $3,500 for it. It's a bathroom in New York. But there's this one guy from overseas. He said to some of y'all never had money and it shows. You don't realize how many family members she take care of. She also funds films and she can't do that if she doesn't have income. Not to mention when you Google her network, that's not how much is sitting in her account. Nigga, how much you know she got in her account? Pocket watching ass nigga. On top of that, she has many people on payroll, including lawyers on retainer, which is necessary for celebrities. But again, Whoopi stated that she ain't going to be able to retire, mine. So, I'm looking forward to retirement. They say when you don't do anything, it's when things catch up to you. You remember Andy Rooney on 60 Minutes? He died the same week after he retired from 60 Minutes. Maurice Safer died the next day, I think, after he retired from 60 Minutes. So, yeah, body in motion stays in motion, body at rest stays at rest. Also, with all the layoffs going on, all these crappy jobs that ain't paying no money, sometime you're going to have to bunk up with somebody of mine. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that's worked all my life. Big Man told me that at some point you're going to have to live with people. Make people sad to see you go. The places I have been, people have told me, Shag, man, I hate to see you go. Yeah, I come in, I tell you how much time I'm going to be here, and I'm out. These are the unwritten rules on how to be a good house guest. I would come in, I would clean the house, I would wash dishes, I'd mow her yard, I'd wash her car. Homegirl of mine from back in the 80s. We used to party over at their house, her husband, Fuzzy, God rest their soul. I just had to think both of them gone. Fuzzy passed away a couple of months after Carolyn did. But yeah, put gas in her car, gave her money for groceries, money for the rent, took her out to eat. I appreciated it. Like Big Mom said, when you're on your way home and grab something to eat, nigga, pick up something for everybody in the house. Because all y'all going through life right now. Some of y'all ain't good guests. And then a lot of y'all are taking advantage. I look at the way you do it when your kinfolk let you come stay there. You think just because they family, they owe you something. Once you turn 18, you the hell out of there. You want it to be grown, right? Showtime, nigga. You want it to be grown, right? Baltimore, there you are. That's off of Earth, Wind, and Fire Gratitude album after the first song. But yeah, you got to kick in, pay bills. People want to be a burden to people. And you think that you're going to just abuse the relationship that we're family. Because can't nobody push your buttons like family. Can't nobody push your buttons like family. And it's just sad. So check out this video, which I thought was exactly on point. And when we come back, I'm going to break down the 10 unwritten rules of being a good house guest. Kinfolk going to cover most of them. Check it out.
Hey, cuz.
What's going on, cuz? Hey, cuz me and Rhonda broke up, so I need a couple months to stay with you.
Oh, come on in.
Clean up behind yourself. Just because you didn't do it, don't mean you shouldn't clean it. They helping you out, so you can help out. I don't even use this bathroom. Here you go. I'll pay this one. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you can at least pay one small bill without being asked. Light bill, cable bill, that's one. I pay the light bill. Hey, cuz, I'm about to go to the grocery store to get some stuff to pack my lunch. If you need anything, text me. Don't be overspending. You need to be saving all your money so you can get the hell up out your people's crib. Alright, cuz, hey, I got approved for my apartment. It's been 2 months. I'm out.
Dang, cuz, already? I'ma miss out. Hate to see you go.
You already know. People, last rule. Don't overstay your welcome. If you ask for too much, can't stay for 2 years.
Go Bears. Go Bears. Yeah. That's how you got to do, man. Make people sad to see you go. Quit being a burden because that's your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your sister, your cousin. Quit taking advantage. Life hard for everybody. Just because I'm doing better than you, it's somebody else doing better than me, fam. But the top 10 unwritten rules of being a good house guest. Communicate clearly. Make sure your host knows your arrival and departure dates well in advance. And keep them updated on any changes to your plans. Communicate. And that's the problem with most of you niggas. You don't know how to communicate. You scared to talk to people. Okay? I thought I had my phone. Yeah, first thing I want to do, jump on here and text. Hey, look, I'm going to be, come look the person. If you're a young man, be a man and go look a man in the eye when you owe him. I owe a cat some money, but I ain't finna Cash App it or Zelle it or none of that. When I take it up there Monday, I'm going up there and look that man in the eye, hear your money, and I appreciate you. I owe you a few more little shekels, and you going to get them too. But I just want you to know from the beginning, you people don't do that. You weren't raised with that in you. You scared. It's your scary ass. What you living here for? We ain't never scared around here. We put foot to ass at pushgapradios.com. But I digress. Bring a small gift, a bottle of wine, a bouquet of flowers. Something from your hometown. A thoughtful way to show your appreciation. I don't know about all that. Come bearing gifts. But yeah, you do bring something. Bring something nice. Offer to help. Setting the table, helping with dishes, walking the dog. A good guest always offers to lend a hand. Don't wait to be asked. When I was in the Army, this old sergeant, old brother from Vietnam, God rest Sergeant Williams soul, told me that losers walk in a room, look around, see stuff going on. They go in a corner and hide. Leaders walk in a room, look around, see what needs to be done, and go about putting in that work. You losers, stay away from me. Many hands make light work mine. Offer to help, you lazy bastard. Respect their space. A good guest knows how to strike a balance between spending time with the host and giving them their personal space. Don't overstay your welcome on. Clean up after yourself. For damn sure, please do that. Keep your designated guest room and bathroom tidy and don't leave clothes and personal items scattered around. Don't go in the bathroom and leave your drawers on the floor after you got out the shower, sort of thing. Seen it happen. Okay? Restock what you use. You finish the last of the milk or the toilet paper, let your host know and offer to replace it. Or just see what brand they use and just go get it and bring it back. Be mindful of noise. Be aware of the household's rhythm. Avoid late night phone calls, loud music. Especially if your host has an early morning. He gets up and go to work. Ask before using shit. Don't just assume you can borrow somebody else's stuff, man. Always ask first. Contribute to an activity. Offer to pay for a meal out or buy groceries. Buy tickets for a concert or something would be good. Number 10, leave things better than you found them. Before you leave, make sure your room is clean, strip the bed sheets, and take out any trash. That, my friend, is how you be a good guest. A lot of you youngsters out here just abusing your kinfolk. You got a baby, 2, 3 babies. You think life is free. Okay? Like an old lady said, I didn't lay down and have the pleasure of making them. I sure as hell don't want the responsibility of raising them. You bringing all that into somebody else's house. Them kids damaging people's house, this, that, and the third. Man, get your shit together and quit playing. The decline of the black church. The Griot wrote an article on the decline of the black church on August 11th, 2025. Based on the article, Brooklyn's black church choirs persist amid attendance decline, gentrification. That's what the Griot said is going on. Said the choir members was going up in there and they noticed a lot of folk ain't showing up. Crowds are getting smaller. People are getting away from that. Folk have in their pocket a computer to get their own answers. You just can't blow smoke up somebody's butt these days. It don't work like that. But yeah, huge decline going on. Now, they also said that what had hurt them was COVID. Folks start watching. They say folks start watching online, and then when COVID was over, the biggest segment that stayed and watched online was who? Black people. Yeah, hey, this Zoom thing pretty cool. Yeah, that's what was going on with that. But yeah, this is a generational shift. But yeah, that COVID, man, that accelerated a whole lot of stuff. Helped with the decline of congregations coming into the church house. Again, the virtual services. And people just been slow to return to in-person worship. Now, the article also points out that a generational shift is occurring with younger people not valuing the church as much as previous generations did. The rise of the internet and streaming services have also contributed to a change in how people engage with religious services. That further impacts in-person attendance. I can't think of this guy's name. Polite. Was it Polite? Yeah, little thin black dude. He made this statement one day, and he said, "You still waiting on a white man in the sky to crack the sky open and send 300,000 people down here to defend you black people." He said, your great-great-grandmama waited on white Jesus till she died. Your great-grandmama waited on white Jesus till she died. Your grandmama waited on white Jesus till she died. Your mama waiting on white Jesus before she's dead or dying. You're waiting on white Jesus until you die. And you're teaching your children and your grandchildren to wait on white Jesus until they die. When in all the hell is the gig gonna be up? That was very profound to me. But here's Sabby Sabs breaking down the decline of the black church. Let me know if you agree with what she says. Here's Sabby Sabs.
We got to to talk about what's happening with the Black church. And if you're not religious, this may be informative to you, even if it's not your thing. But I think it does show a change of the times. So there's an article that was published recently from the Griot, and they're talking about the decline of the Black church. Now, for those who are not aware, when we say the Black church, we're not just talking about just one particular Black church. We mean it like as a community, like the Black church, like all the Black churches together, right? Membership has declined. Attendance has declined. What could be the reason? With this particular church that is in Brooklyn, this is one of the ones that's mentioned. It says Brooklyn's Black church choirs persist amid attendance decline and gentrification. But according to Pew Research Center data, between 2019 and 2023, Black Protestant monthly church attendance fell from 61% to 46%. That's the largest decline among major U.S. religious groups. Of course, the pandemic accelerated this trend, and its impact is visible in thinning choir stands. So yeah, when the pandemic happened, one of the first things people stopped doing was going to church, right? Because that is one of those crowded spaces where you're around more people. So that was something that did stop. Some churches were offering services like online, so you could attend virtually, etc. They go on to say here, according to the research published, it says that Black Protestants attended church on Zoom more than other denominations during the pandemic, and they have been the slowest to return to in-person worship. The younger people, in particular, younger Black people, tend to be a little bit more resourceful. We're talking about millennials, Gen Z, the internet age. Like, I'm a millennial, so we had the internet. I had a little bit later, but we had the internet. Gen Z grew up with internet like from birth, basically. They are more likely to seek out information for themselves. They are more likely to say, oh, well, the pastor said this in church. Let me look into this. They also know how to find truth. And what some of the younger people have been finding is that some of the things that the pastors have been preaching in these churches doesn't really match what they've been finding through their own research. When I was a kid, we didn't have social media, right? Those things came later.
Yeah, the internet, COVID killing the game on religion. You got a computer in your pocket, man. You can find out things. You don't have to just sit around and believe what somebody tell you and blowing smoke up your butt. You can't sit around and say what you learned when you were young. At some point, you're grown. When do you expand and start learning for yourself, man? I'm glad I started reading when I was a kid. Love to read. I love to know, man. But yeah, when I was a kid, I was just told to shut up and just believe. Ask yourself them same questions at your age today that you used to ask when you was a kid, if you still on that religion, the Christianity thing. But yeah, now here's Sabby Sabs again. She's going to explain why them youngins done walked away from their grandparents' religion. Sabby Sabs.
A study shows that Black Americans are less connected to the Black church, young Black Americans. But for younger Black people, this is not necessarily the case. It says here that throughout history, the Black church has been so much more than just a place of worship. For centuries, it has been a source of inspiration, hope, especially during the vile days of American slavery. But that sentiment doesn't seem to connect with younger Black Americans as it did with their elders. In another Pew Research study, young Black adults are less religious and less engaged in Black churches than older generations. Black millennials and Zoomers, Gen Z, pray less, are less likely to have grown up in a Black church, and are less likely to say religion plays an important role in their lives. They also attend fewer religious services, and those who do are less likely to go to a predominantly Black church. This is very interesting. So there isn't one main reason why younger Black Americans are skipping out on some places of worship, but times are different. And what the church meant for Black people 100 years ago doesn't mean the same thing anymore. The other one here, Veronica, yes, you brought this up as well. Misogyny is why many young Black women are skipping church. That's another reason. That's another reason where some, especially younger Black women, don't want to be told that you got to listen. We weren't allowed to wear pants. We couldn't have, jewelry. We weren't supposed to cut our hair. We couldn't wear makeup, but the guys didn't have those. The guys could wear what they wanted. It was just, it seemed like a lot of the restrictions were on the women. So a lot of people today, the younger people, they not willing to deal with that. They're like, yeah, no, I'm good. But honestly, I think that outdated rhetoric that is being preached at some of these churches, the younger people, they're not going to be for that, man. They're not going to be for that.
Yeah, the religion that was given to your damn ancestors. Today is just outdated rhetoric to the young niggas, the YNs. They got computers and chat GPT. You can look up all your own answers. But the top 10 reasons there's a decline of the Black church today. Number 10, a general decrease in organized religious affiliation. Number 9, members of the church are staying home for health reasons. Those are the older people, I'm sure. Number 8, Catholic churches that serve people of color are also closing at an increasing rate. Number 7, aging congregations as choir members and general attendees are getting older. That's why they home for the health reasons at number 9. Number 6, a decline in music education in public schools, which may impact the number of people interested in and capable of joining church choirs. I had a youngster tell me that. I used to play drums for a church a million years ago. And he told me that, say, the band teacher just come out, give you your instruments, give you your music, and go back in his office. I couldn't imagine that. When I was in school, hell, I seen the band teacher throw a chair at a dude. Okay, it was rough in the 70s, nigga. But yeah, number 6, a decline in music education. Number 5, a generational shift with younger people not seeing the church as being as important as it once was. Number 4, the rise of the internet and streaming, which allows people to watch services from home instead of in person. Number 3, the COVID-19 pandemic, which accelerated the trend of not attending in-person services. Number 2, gentrification of historically Black neighborhoods, which leads to a decrease in the Black population in those areas. And the number 1 reason for the decline of the Black church is just attendance in general. People just ain't going. You can find out things on your own. And then people turn around and give the knowledge enough for you to go and read. Now, where I was, because I was open to other people's religions, okay? When I went to the Fed mine, I sat with the Indians in the TP. I started hanging out with the Muslims. Dr. Naeem Akbar, Muslim cat, Bay, kept trying to get me to come. Yo, Shaq, come to the church and to our little meeting. So then I worked in the kitchen, scrubbing pots and pans. Federal joint in Texarkana. And so, yeah, he convinced me to come. But my thing was to go in there and go to sleep. I went in there, they put that video on. I'm in the back, snuggled in for an hour. I ain't got to work. And what happened? Dr. Naeem Akbar started talking. He was talking about these folk and their lies and deception, right? He made the reference of, this is their lies, this light. He said, but if you put up a black curtain like they do in a movie theater, that's how they cover their lies. But you can take a pin, a needle, and stick a hole in it, and the light that floods through there is their lies. Man, that shit was so deep. I went back the next week. I've hung out with them. I've participated in Ramadan. There are different things in the world, man. You have to go out and look. You have to go out and check for yourself. You can't go by what your folk told you because your parents couldn't be better parents. They raised you the best they knew how. They taught you what they knew. Okay? They can't teach you what they don't know. It was taught to them. They taught it to you. It got them through life. So far, it's got you through life. But at some time, he who is in me is greater than he is in the world. And that ain't Christian. That's universal law. All depends on what frequency you vibrate at, but y'all ain't ready for that. 30 black celebs that you did not know were not related. Now, I didn't do all 30 because I figured that would be a little too long. Didn't want to tax y'all like that. But yeah, here are a couple of celebrities that you perhaps did not know were related. See, we kick you straight game here at pushgapradios.com. Check it out.
Black celebrities who are related by blood. Bianca Lawson and Beyonce. Bianca parents split up just a year after she was born. Later, Richard Lawson tied the knot with Tina Knowles, made Beyonce and Bianca stepsisters. Rashida Jones and Quincy Jones. Rashida Jones hails from California and is the daughter of music legend Quincy Jones and star Peggy Lipton. So yeah, she's got two pretty famous parents. John David Washington and Denzel Washington. Denzel has always been hailed as one of the most talented and good-looking guys in Hollywood. But did you know he's got a son who's into acting too? Ludacris and Monica. Monica and Ludacris are family. They practically grew up together because Monica's mom tied the knot with Ludacris's uncle, bringing their families under one roof. Stacey Dash and Damon Dash. Stacey and Damon Dash are actually first cousins, but their families aren't exactly on good terms. In fact, they're not even on speaking terms right now.
So which celebrities did you know that were related? Which ones were you shocked to see that were related? I'd like to find that out. Hit us up. Drop a comment. Definitely do a like and subscribe. I gotta remember to do that. I'm gonna have to stick a thing in here somewhere. I have to go get a little GIF, whatever you call them, to do that. I keep forgetting to do that. Subs are going up, though. I greatly appreciate it. You're watching the shorts. Greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to hit us up on Facebook so we can engage with you on the topics that we're discussing. Again, on Monday, I'll be coming back to check out who left any comments or things of that nature. So, yeah, do that, and we will be able to converse back and forth and build our own community away from them folks. Shuler King found this cat, man, who got 18 lethal injection shots. Soldier in the game. What Tupac say? Niggas is hard to kill on my block. Okay. Yeah, so the cat had 18 lethal injection shots, man, like a soldier, and died from COVID. I don't even want to tell you about it. I'm going to let Shuler King tell you about it. He has a show on Tubi, I believe it is. Okay. I'm using this content. I'm going to help promote the brother too. Yeah. Shuler King. Check him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw this article. It said death row inmate Ramel Boone survived 18 lethal injection shots. You know what I mean? Only to be to later pass away from COVID. Say what? What in the world is going on? Where you survived the lethal injection. Did it expire?
Yeah, to keep trying that is cruel and unusual punishment. Ain't that the Fourth Amendment? That's cruel and unusual. Probably got all his DNA for science. You know how they do, But if it was like that, maybe he innocent. Maybe the Most High was like, he didn't do it. You know it's something powerful in your life. 18 lethal injections? But then, like Shuler said, what a poison at, man. Y'all got that watered down. Yeah, you can't kill nobody. You can't unalive nobody with that. Y'all need to get some new stuff, man. I said one of the officers say, he's gone, sir. You can bring in the coroner now. Said then when he go in there, the inmate cough, okay? And the officer say, oh, man, not again, mine. But yeah, mine, that's deep. Dude died from COVID. Either he a beast in the game or the poison just ain't poisoning, mine. You think you could take a hit like that? You think you could have took that first hit? Huh? Yeah. You think you could have took the first hit? Big homie took 18 of them and got laid down by COVID. Okay. Yeah. Put in the comments what you think. Great topic. Great topic. Stevie Wonder. They said there's myths about Stevie. I ain't even finna talk about it. I'm just going to rotate. When I come back, I'm going to tell you the 10 Stevie Wonder myths that are true. But check this out of Stevie Wonder. I'm a huge Stevie fan.
10. Stevie Wonder myths that turned out to be true. 10. Awakened from a coma by his own song. After a 1973 car crash left him in a 4-day coma, his manager sang Higher Ground in his ear. Stevie's fingers moved in rhythm, marking his first response. 9. Played nearly every instrument on his classics. On albums like Inner Visions and Talking Book, he laid down drums, bass, keys, clavinet, and harmonica himself. 8. Catalyst for MLK Day, wrote Happy Birthday in 1980. Organized marches, and fueled the push that led Congress to pass the MLK holiday in 1983. 7. His sound came from Tonto. The massive, one-of-a-kind Tonto synthesizer powered his groundbreaking 70s music textures. 6. Music banned in apartheid South Africa. After dedicating his 1985 Oscar to Nelson Mandela, his songs were blacklisted by the regime. 5. Won freedom from Motown at 21. Let his contract lapse. Recorded independently, then negotiated unprecedented creative control and royalties. 4. Lost his sense of smell in the 73 crash. Known for heightened smell, the accident damaged his olfactory nerves permanently. 3. Sesame Street Magic was unscripted. His 1973 Superstition spot turned spontaneous when he improvised music lessons with kids. 2. Among hip-hop's most sampled artists, from Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, sampling Pastime Paradise, to countless beats, his influence rivals James Brown's. 1. Loves joking about his blindness, famous for pranks like driving cars, including on Carpool Karaoke. He's long used humor to disarm and connect.
Yeah, man. Stevie Wonder. Top 10 myths about the greatness, the genius of Stevie Wonder. When music was music, not this crap they forcing down our not this crap you forcing down our throat. Where are the groups? Where are the bands? What, black people don't sing no more? Black people don't play instruments no more? Our music is destroyed because we don't own it. Distribution. We don't own distribution. Number 10, Stevie Wonder's hit song, Higher Ground, was prophetic. Higher Ground was recorded shortly before his near-fatal car accident in 1973. The lyrics about reincarnation and a second chance at life took on a deeper, more personal meaning after he woke up from his coma. Number 9, his album, Evet's Red Now. Never heard of that. Oh, that's his name spelled backwards. E-I-V-E-T-S, Stevie. R-E-D-N-O-W, Wonder. Wow. Evet's Red Now. See what you learn hanging out at Push Gap, player? See what the hell you learn. But yeah, his name is spelled backwards. His 1968 instrumental album, Evet's Red Now, is now a made-up word, but rather his name, Stevie Wonder, spelled backwards. We already said that. Number 8, he's multi-instrumentalist like Prince and a lot of other greats. Well known for his singing and keyboard skills. Wonder is a musical prodigy who can play a wide range of instruments, including drums, harmonica, piano, and bass. Number 7, he helped write Tears of a Clown for Smokey Robinson. Somebody told me, one of the youngsters, they didn't tell me. I saw it on like TikTok or whatever. Smokey Robinson, he just be faking it. I did a show on Michael Jackson. Please go check it out. The shorts. I'm on TikTok, YouTube shorts, Instagram shorts. Yeah, Michael Jackson. You see behind me. Gary, Indiana. Don't play. They said Michael Jackson was overrated. He had to go in and put foot to ass. But yeah, number 7, he helped write Tears of a Clown. Smokey Robinson is often credited with the song, Tears of a Clown. Stevie Wonder co-wrote the music. This is just one example of his prolific work as a songwriter for other Motown artists. Number 6, he's known for his pranks. Wonder is known to be a mischievous and good-humored person. Stories of him pulling pranks on his friends and colleagues have been widely shared. Number 5, he uses a synthesizer called a tanto, which gives unique and futuristic sounds on a lot of his classic albums like Inner Vision. I say Inner Vision, you youngsters have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, but you think your music's so great. Number 4, he became a number 1 artist at a very young age. At just 13 years old, little Stevie Wonder became the youngest artist ever to have a song reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with Fingertips. Number 3, about the genius of Stevie Wonder. He wrote Happy Birthday to create a national holiday. The famous Happy Birthday song is not just a celebratory tune. He wrote it as a part of his campaign to make Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a national holiday. Number 2, he temporarily lost his sense of smell and taste. In 1973, Stevie Wonder was in a serious car accident that put him in a coma for 4 days. When he woke up, he had temporarily lost his sense of smell and taste. But, as you know, he did recover. He wasn't born blind. Common belief is that Stevie Wonder was born blind. They say it's not entirely accurate. He received too much oxygen when he was in the hospital. And that caused his lifetime blindness, this condition called retinopathy. Because I heard when he had been in that accident, that the manager, I think, came in and was singing Stevie's song or humming Stevie's song and say Stevie started tapping his finger on the bed. Genius. Where'd all the great music go, man? Where'd it all go? Hit us up. Let us know what you think about any topic that we've covered. I got a question. I'm going to put it up as question of the day tomorrow, Friday, while I'm editing. When you die and your family get the check, why in the hell would I pay off your debts if you did? Your credit cards and whatnot. I understand the house. I'm talking about unsecured debt. Why would I say you don't need your credit score now? Ain't that a scam? Why would I get a $250,000, $500,000, $1 million check and come down here and pay $30 worth of damn credit card bills for a dead guy? Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's a scam. I wouldn't pay you a damn thing. Let me get the check. Oh, well, this is American Express, nigga, and? Okay. Well, we calling for Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers passed away last month, sweetie. Okay, well, he still owed us. Okay, well, next time I see him, I'll let him know. Okay, I ain't finna pay. I got my own shit. Just wanted to know when you die and, well, when your family member passes away and you get the check, mine, would you pay the bills? Are you a crappy person if you don't pay off their bills? Now, I know some people, if mama died, they going to grab her credit card, run and max that puppy out before things get tight, you understand? But I just wanted to know that. I just wanted to know. Devastating, titillating, definitely invigorating. Not like I'm insinuating that. I think we stimulating. Reason that we get good ratings because we don't be perpetrating. All we got to do is touch a microphone. It's Shaka Ford 1 in the main event on the bangingest thing on your urban internet radio dial. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At pushgapradios.com, the power. I had a little bell for that. is in the name. Never average, never mediocre, online, on point, and on the freaking money. PushGapRadios.com. We're bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby. And we're out.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. We finna take over this town like street sweepers.
That's gangsta, nigga.